Alright, welcome back to another episode. We're still working on this 2013 Volkswagen Golf. We're getting ready to do the door speakers. We've got the driver's door almost apart. Now this panel here goes here, pops off. It's a little tight fit, but it does come off. Behind there's three T30 torque screws, and then down on the bottom there's a T27 Torx bolt. Once you get them out, then you just start grabbing around the edges. Once you get it completely loose, you just maneuver it around a little bit. And it will eventually just slide right out to the top. I'll show you. Alright. Show you what we have going on here. To get the door lever out, you just pull back on this top lever, it lifts out and then pulls away. All these connectors, they work just like your standard connector. There's a little tab here you push down. This orange one, it slides back and then pulls out. And then from there, you can kind of tuck it off to the side, keep it out of your way. Then we have, if you take a note how our tweeters and our wiring is, you've got 4 wires going into the speaker. The speaker wire comes in to the mid base, and it goes out and goes up to the tweeter. We're going to be putting in our own crossover. You can see there's a capacitor on the back of this, which works as a high pass filter. We just squeeze the 2 sides of that connector in, and off comes the tweeter. One thing Volkswagen does is they don't use screws to put the speaker in, they use rivets. So the only way to deal with those is going to be to drill them out and make some new mounting screws. So there's one. You get the rest and come back. Okay, welcome back. Good afternoon. We have the speaker out of the driver's door of that Volkswagen right here. Not much. You can tell there was a lot of water damage done to it. Oop. 4 ohms impedance. Doesn't say the wattage. It is made in Belgium. What we're going to be replacing them with is these. Set of Ground Zero Iridium Series GZIC 165.2. They are rated at 100 RMS, 150 watts peak. These are 6.5 inch driver, 4 ohms. The efficiency is 91 decibels. We also have the tweeter. This is nice because you can separate the housing, make it smaller. And once you make it nice and small, you can fit them anywhere. And there we are. 19mm Mylar tweeter. Comes with a 12 dB high pass filter. So now, let's see about starting to get it mounted. We are using the speaker adapters from Metra. They're the 827803. We did have to trim the inside. And you can see they fit just like that. I do have to get some foam to put around it. So that way you don't have any weird rattles, noises, and it just helps the overall sound. And we are back. I just took apart the tweeter mount. Took the factory tweeter out. Comes out fairly easy. You got 3 little tabs there to, you just trim off the melted plastic and it comes right out. I got playing with a few ideas for mounting this tweeter. And I'm going to use one of the mounts that it comes with. I've put some foam around the edges of it. And that'll take up the open spaces. And it'll sit right in there. See if I can turn the light on here. And there we go. And you can see that just kind of fits right in there. I'm going to secure it down. We'll secure the tweeter in there. And then we can go back to the car and start getting everything else mounted. Yeah, just like that. A little bit of adhesive right on the where it mounts, just like the factory did. There we go. And just like that. Let's go see if that fits. And if it does, we're going to continue on. Alright, I kind of jumped ahead here. Got everything all buttoned up and done up. Let's see here. Let you hear what it's going to sound like. I do not own the rights to any of this music. This is straight off the radio. Public radio here. But you can see the tweeters in there hiding. running through the factory connectors, being fit through the factory connector, going there to the speaker. You can see the foam ring around the inside here, and I got foam ring on the inside of there, and it sounds amazing. Nice, crisp, clear. Now I got to put a foam ring on the speaker and put the door panel back on, and we're done the driver's side. And we're back again. This time we're on the passenger side door, and I'm almost done. I didn't show a lot of it because it's pretty much the same as the driver's side. We have the tweeter mounted up there, same as the other one. Mounted the same behind the foam. Goes to the factory connector. Get a crossover in there. Factory connectors there. Getting ready to hook up the aftermarket speaker here. Had a brain fart for a second. I've added some little 2-terminal connectors. So that way, if I have to remove the speaker for whatever reason, they can be taken out, disconnected, plugged back in with no issues. So I'm going to get this speaker mounted up and let's see how it sounds. And there it is, all mounted. And this wire here goes to the door, so it's just kind of hanging there. And again, let's turn the music on, see what it sounds like. Again, I don't own any copyrights to this music. It's on a public radio station.
It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on.
That sounds pretty darn good.
It's a celebration.
Yeah. Before we go too much further, we're going to check to make sure everything's all good. Green. 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 And we got to change something here. That one's not right. And that's why we check before we go too far. So we'll get this door put back together and go correct that other one. Alright, we got the back door here. This is a rear passenger door. We just took out the factory tweeter, which is right here. Again, you can see how it's got the plastic welds that was holding it in place. To right there. And you can see it on the inside there. So we just figured out, if we take one of these tapered mounting rings, it fits right in between the 3 posts for the factory harness, the factory mount. So I just took some structural adhesive, put it in there, and now the tweeter will sit right in there ever so nicely. And I'll put that down for a second. And then we can put the back side of that same piece on there and have it lock in just like the factory mount would have been. So that should make that sound really good here. We're almost done this door. I haven't shown much because it's all been the same as all the others. The door speakers are the same model, same part number, everything. Only thing that's changed is went from the front door to the back door. Hey everybody, just me again. I just giving an update on that car, that Volkswagen Golf I was doing yesterday. Some of you may have noticed I used my polarity tester and the tweeter showed it was in reverse. It wasn't. The track halfway through, I forgot, switched over to a negative pulse instead of the positive, and I just happened to check that tweeter at the same time it was switched. So I tested it when I was done all 4 doors, and everything was all green, good to go. And I'll tell you, that for just a factory upgrade, that sounded really good. Customer was real happy, and those ground zeros really found the bass notes and really made it sound nice and crisp and clear. He's hoping to put an amp and sub into it here shortly, and when I do, you will notice. So till next time, hit that subscribe button and see what else comes up.